the video when I post it later. Yeah, that was pretty scary. So fortunately, nothing that I was working on here got whacked when the phone just jumped out. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, hello and happy Sunday. So that's already been exciting. I've already had a little tiny baby heart attack because the phone just popped out of the holder that it was in. Yeah, awesome. So hopefully Facebook's not going to treat me the same way. Yeah, if Facebook chucks us off like it has before in the past. Well, last week we made it all the way through, and that was pretty awesome because it did not get rid of us once. And hello, Nancy. Nancy's our first person to say hello. So hopefully it won't do anything. Hopefully it will just stay, sweet, and hopefully the holder for the phone is going to cooperate. Hello, Kim. Yes, hello. Yes, and hello, Michelle. So we've already had a little bit of excitement. Hey, Claudie, the phone holder just chucked the phone out at me and it landed in the middle of what I was working on. So somehow miraculously it's all still intact. Hey, my Christy. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Sandra. And hey, Claudia again. So yeah. Hey, Irma's from Amarillo, Texas. Anybody else from Texas here? Hey, Joyce. So sorry for the soggy hair. Hey, Lisa, and happy Sunday. Hey, Carol, and hey, Deanne. Sorry for the soggy hair. Hey, Mary. Karen and I walked on the outskirts of a storm today. After Dusty and I. Hey, Jennifer from Trophy Club, Texas. Ooh, got a lot of Texas girls tonight. Hey, Melanie. Hey, Lisa, and hey, Renee. Yeah, and hey, Robin. So we walked on the outskirts of a storm after Dusty and I had stood outside for a little while. Hey, Kathy. After we had stood outside for a little while watching the Nashville. I live in Knoxville. After we had watched part of the Knoxville bike race. Hey, Sylvia, and hey, Donna. Oh, Donna's from Las Vegas. Yeah, I love Las Vegas. Hey, Vicky, and hey, Sylvia from Oklahoma. And it's rainy there too. And hey, Laura, and hey, Pam. So we watched part of the Knoxville bike race. Hey, Joanne. And I know nothing about cycling, but it was really, really cool. Really cool. And I took some live video, so that was awesome. Hey, Tanya, and hey, Sybil. But we watched part of that, and it was really, really neat. Hey, Tracy, and hey, Mary. Then Karen and I walked on the outskirts of and Barbara's back home. Yay! Yay, Barbara. I know she was getting homesick. And hey, and Lisa's in San Marcos, Texas. A lot of Texas girls here. And Carol, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. But then Karen and I walked on the outskirts of a storm, so my sun visor is actually still damp. And hey, and it's Karen, another Karen. It is her first live chat. So hello, Karen. Everybody say hello to her. Hey, Gail from Athens, Texas. A lot of Texas people here tonight. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, and congrats, Karen, on your first chat. But my sun visor's still wet. I had to put on another shirt because, I'm a little bit wet underneath here. But anyway, so weird. Hey, and hey, Denise. Denise from Nebraska. It's her first time live. Everybody welcome Denise. So now the phone has made me nervous, so I'm just going to check it here. Yeah, and hey, so how is everybody? Did y'all have an awesome, awesome week? I hope so, and I hope it's not as hot as it is here because it was pretty toasty here all week long. I mean, can you tell? I'm still glistening. I mean, we've only been back like an hour, so everything that I have ready for the chat today, I literally came, and hey, Laura says she's amazed she found us. Don't be amazed, you're here, so hello. But yeah, so I'm still glistening. It's so hot, and hey, Shannon from South Carolina. But anywho, today is Sunday, and if you're watching this later on YouTube people, oh my goodness, and it's Jody's first time. Okay, so we're going to keep doing this tonight. This is going to be so much fun. It's Jody's first time for a live chat, so everybody say hi to Jody. Be sure and say hello to all the ladies that it's their first time here with us. And I think, do we have anybody here tonight that has been here for every single chat? Are there any people here that have been here every single time? And I promise, sometimes I don't always look like this, but Karen and I did get pretty soppy. We didn't get soaked. Hey, Jacqueline, and fortunately it quit, like it stopped lightning before we started walking, because we were sitting in her car pretty much having a, let's calm Kelly down and watch for lightning. Yeah, because if it's thundering or lightning anywhere in the area, I won't get out. Yeah, I'll do a lot of weird things. Like I'll ride any roller coaster. I'll go upside down. I'll go out far. I'll go up high. I'll go down low. I'll go, whatever, but I don't do lightning. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, so we got a little bit soggy, and I don't know, Jackie's saying hot's better than cold. Sometimes I think that, except it's super, super hot today. Super hot, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, today is Sunday, June the 24th. Sunday, June the 24th. June is almost done. How can that be? And it is officially summer. So welcome to, welcome summer. But, oh, and Barbara's been here like 50 chats, and Heather's been here for most of them. Yeah, so there's 77. We're on our 77th chat, number 77. So has anybody been here, all of them? And if you already said so, I'm sorry I missed you because I was talking instead of looking. And Sybil says she's scared of roller coasters with her feet dangling. Nuh-uh, Sybil, I'll ride any of them, upside down, yeah, feet dangling, the whole thing. So yeah, and Cynthia's been here for almost all of them from close to the beginning. Yay, 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 yay. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. 77 chats. But anyway, so June is almost over. Summer is here. I cannot believe. Oh, and it's Asma. Okay, I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. Asma. I hope it's pronounced something exciting. It's A-S-M-A-A, and it is her first live chat. So everybody say hi to Asma and let me know if I am pronouncing it correctly. And hey, Popsicle, look what I'm drinking out of tonight. Yeah, thirsty from our very long, hot walk. So I had to break out the big water. So thank you, Popsicle. And it is Bonnie's first time. So everybody say hello to Bonnie and welcome her. Yeah. Oh, it's Asma. Okay, I'll probably never get that correct again. But anyway, welcome anyway. So people that are watching us later on YouTube, I promise if you're going back and watching this on demand, so if you miss anything, oh, and Lynn says she's been here for at least 60. Awesome. So if anybody needs to go back and watch this later, if you need to watch it on on demand, you can watch it either here on Facebook where you're at now, if you're here with us live, or you can watch it on YouTube, and it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, and always look for the latest chat. And I think I've got it set up now so that as soon as you finish one, it'll go ahead and start the next one. So it should go backwards. So like if you rewatch 77, so if you rewatch tonight's, then it should automatically start playing 66. Hey Randy, playing 66, 65, 64, whatever. It should keep playing them. So I know some of you put in like headphones and listen to them maybe while you're walking or while you're on a treadmill or or something like that. So you don't have to watch them. Like you don't have to just stop and watch them. You can just plug them in. Hey Kathy, you can just plug them in. And hey Lacey, you can plug in. Hey Evie. You can plug in and you can just listen to them. So even though you're on YouTube, you do not have to actually watch it. Okay, and Jackie wants to know how I came up with the name. So somebody asked last week, somebody's husband. Whose husband was it that watched last week? So, and Sybil, yes, I think you've only missed a few. So somebody's husband asked last week, and I didn't ever get around to the story. So I'll tell you really quickly. And the only reason I'm going to tell you really quickly is because tonight's topic is a stumper for me. It is a stumper for me. So I will give you the short version of it. And hey, Crystal. Hey, Liz. Quickly, though. Okay, so this is to remind me to come back to the how we got the name story. But first, if you are watching this later, you can watch it later on YouTube. But YouTube people, I will put in the comments where the actual chat starts so that you don't have to watch all the hi hellos. And like I can see, there's lots of hearts going by and lots of thumbs ups going by, and I do appreciate that. Thank you so much for the love bucks. Yeah, so if you're watching it later on YouTube, pretty please remember to subscribe. If you subscribe, then you'll get an automatic notification when these are posted. And also, I love to see the subscriptions. Yay! So awesome. So I love that too. And so you can watch them, you can watch all of them, and you can go all the way back to chat number 1, except I didn't number them back then. So you're going to have a little bit of trouble finding chat number 1 because they were not numbered. But anywho, so today is Sunday, June the 24th, and if you were watching this, hello Lynn, if you were watching this live with us, then welcome, and thank you very much for being here, and hey Shirley Ann, and if once I start talking, I won't be able to see my screen anymore, and so if I stop saying hey, hello, I will say hi to you later, and I do say, hello to you, but it's hard to read it while I'm looking at everything. Okay, so June the 24th, wow. I've got my fingers crossed because I said I would come back to the story. The quick version of it is, you can read the long version of it on www.ifyouhaveanegg.com. Hello, Julie. And, oh no, only Leona said 6 months to Christmas. Yeah. So you can read the long version of it on www.ifyouhaveanegg.com, and it is under the story behind the egg. But the quickest version is that my accountability buddy Karen and I had done Weight Watchers 6 times. I had turned myself in 6 times, and the 6th time stuck. But our leader Gwen, who is a fabulous, wonderful, and amazingly smart woman, and I'm so happy to be on this journey with her. She used to challenge us every single year. She would challenge us to list like what was in our refrigerator from memory, and it's a big long story, but at the very end, and thank you, Carol, for posting the website, but at the very end, she would say, that you always needed to keep an egg, an egg in your refrigerator, because if you had an egg, you had hope, because an egg could be an egg, it could be a hard-boiled egg, it could be a fried egg, it could be part of an egg salad, it could be part of something else, it could be part of a recipe, hey Janet, it could be part of a number of things. So if you had an egg, you had hope of making something else, you had hope of staying on plan. So basically that's where it started. It was kind of like as a little joke, because Gwen would always say every single year, she would tell this story for the 24 years that I've been going, if you have an egg, you have hope. So I named it If You Have an Egg, and yeah, kind of stuck. Okay, excuse me. So one quick thing I want to say thank you to, well, first, thank you all very much for the love bucks. So in case you don't know what love bucks are, anytime Casey and I do this, my daughter Casey, who might be here somewhere, she and I do, our time is free that we spend on this, because we do recipes, we do index cards, which we'll talk about. It's about time to start doing the index cards again. We do index cards, we do updates to the If You Have an Egg app, which, let me pause and say, they had to get a developer. On to help with the Google thing. A developer. So like no chance. And Laura Lynn says, I love Wego. So if you have an egg, you can make a Wego. Yes. So you have hope of a Wego. So there was zero chance that I was going to get the Google portion of the If You Have an Egg app back up by myself. None, because they had to get a developer to help with it. Anyway, they're still working on it, so thank goodness people that are a lot smarter than me, a lot more techie than me, are working on that. But mine and Casey's time is free, so Casey's working on stickers. She did some really cute versions of the Bravo stickers this last week, and she's getting those into a format where y'all will be able to download them, upload them, whatever, and print them. But we do this part for free, but there are a lot of things that are not free. So things like supplies, like all the groceries that I had to buy for tonight, hosting things or hosting fees. We've got, oh my gosh, maintenance fees. We've got all these other things that we pay for, but we don't want any money. Do not send money. And hello, Casey and Alyssa. Do not send money. But we ask that you send us love bucks instead. And the love bucks are explained on the blog, www.ifyouhaveanegg.com. Love bucks are just here on the live chats. If you do hearts and thumbs ups, which y'all are doing a lot of, and I thank you so much for those. When it's not live, if you comment, it keeps us going. It just revitalizes us, it energizes us, and it keeps us going. So, again, another Sunday that I am slap worn out. We went to a job site this morning, then we went to Sunday school, then we went to, let's see, we've been so many places I can't even think. Then after that, came home. Then then Dusty and I went to watch a little bit of the bike race. Then we went to the dog park. Then we walked a little bit. Then we left and walked in the store with Karen. Then I ran to the store, grabbed some stuff, came back, got everything ready for the chat, and here we are ready for the chat. So I should be exhausted. But when you all send the hearts like you're doing right now, when you send the hearts, when you comment, when you say things, when you give us, positive feedback, it's energy. The love bucks are energy. And they really, they keep us going. So anyway, so thank you for the love bucks. When you're on the blog or when you're watching us on YouTube, if you see something, we do have some affiliate sponsorship. It's a teeny, tiny bit that we get back. I'm talking microscopic, but every penny, counts. So if you see something that you like, please, take advantage of it. Please don't just click on things just to click on them though. But anyway, so we love the love bucks. So I want to say thank you though to someone. I want to say thank you very much to Karen H. And since this is the public group, I'm not going to say what her last name is, but Karen H, that is in our closed group. And if you want to join our closed group, you just need to go to, maybe somebody can post the link for me here, or I'll post it when we get done. But it's the If You Have an Egg, the closed group. It is closed so that I can keep people out that don't need to see what we're talking about. And, you know, I don't know why somebody did an angry face, but thank you, Sybil, for calling them down. But anyway, so the closed group, if you do ask to join the closed group, or if you recommend a friend for the closed group, pretty please remind them to answer the 3 questions so that I know that they're a real person, and I'll go ahead and let them in. But who I wanted to thank, though, Karen H., and you know who you are. You know which Karen you are. Thank you, Susie. You know which Karen you are. But I want to thank you, and I hope you ladies that are in our group will go and thank her. She has hit 100 days, and my husband thought I was crazy when I said, will you count those and just see how many there are? She has hit 100 days faithfully. I mean, she has faithfully blessed our closed group for 100 days with a different and unique Snoopy or Peanuts thing, just like a little meme thing, you know, that has, you know, some uplifting thing, or like, you know, like a happy, you know, like Happy Memorial Day, you know, or have a great day, or I mean, just all on and on and on and on. But she has somehow, I do not know how she has done this. She has come up with 100 unique ones so far. I mean, and I'm sure she's not done yet, but 100 days in a row. Nobody asked her to do this. Nobody said, hey Karen, hey Melissa. Nobody said, hey Karen, for the next 100 days, I need you. I'm tasking you with this to, you know, to every single day to post something inspirational and unique, you know, every single day. She just started doing it on her own. And she also does it in another group that I'm in, the One Day at a Time with Weight Watchers, every single day. Every single day. Yeah. Hey, Debbie. So every single day she posts a new one. So anyway, Karen H., if you are in our closed group, y'all should know who I'm talking about. Sorry, not going to say her last name here since this is the public group, you know, since everybody can see this, but awesome girl. Thank you so much. You really do brighten my day, and I love seeing them. Even if sometimes I don't see them until the next day, I always go back and go, oh, like if I don't get a chance to look at it that day, I always go back the next day and go, oh, where's Karen's little Snoopy thing? You know, I need to see Snoopy. I need to see Snoopy today. So, okay, and Debbie, Orlando Debbie, if John has his way, we'll be down there in 3 weeks. 3 weeks, yeah. And then I'll look like this all the time. Hey Janet and hey Wendy. So if we do make it down there in the 3 week, you know, in 3 weeks, as if it's as hot there as it is here, I'll just look like this every day. But anywho, okay. So let's get going. So we have next who attended their physical meeting last week, or they attended with us. So if you went to your physical meeting last week, if you, like I go to a meeting in Powell, so if you went to your meeting last week and you sat in a little chair, and you listened to your leader and you were a good girl or boy, if there's any boys here, and did what you were supposed to and picked up your weekly, you know, last week if you picked up your weekly. So if you went to your meeting last week, or if you joined with us here last week, then here's your Bravo stickers. Yeah, so y'all get Bravo stickers, and Casey's getting super close to being done with those. So if you attended here on a lot of both. Yeah, Carol was both. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, Laura attended. Awesome, girls. You all are so good. You're so good. So if you attended a physical meeting, let's see some thumbs ups. And if you attended both, or you attended here with us, or you attended both, let's see some hearts. Ooh, and Janet went and she made it back to Lifetime. Awesome. So in sign language, this is clapping. So I'm clapping for you. Awesome. Yeah. And Gladys sat in her green chair. And so yeah, more Bravo stickers. You all are awesome. Good job, girls. Good job. Ooh, and Pam did her homework. Yeah, we'll get to the homework in here in just a second. So yeah, okay. So thumbs ups and hearts are flying by, YouTube people. So if you're watching this later on YouTube and I know you can't see the thumbs ups and the hearts, just please put something in the comments below to let me know how you did. But there's tons of them going by, so that means lots of people went. So lots of Bravo stickers. Bravo stickers for everybody. You guys are amazing. You're awesome and amazing. Yeah. Oh, and Sybil created a chat meeting journal to put her Bravo stickers in. Woo-hoo-hoo. Awesome. And Tanya did half the homework. Okay, we'll get to the homework here in just a second. First things first, you all know I just started this a couple of weeks ago. couple of weeks ago, I started answering three questions. So the 3 questions have been things that people who don't get to attend our meetings here, that they don't get to attend with us live, and so they've been asking questions later. So I decided that I'm going to answer 3 questions every Sunday. So this week, the number 1, number 2, and number 3 questions all revolve around the same thing. Y'all wore me out this week with these questions. Number 1, what are those little cups? These. What are those little cups? I got so many questions. What are those little cups? What are those? What is that? What is that? Number 2, where did you get the little cups? Hey Tedders. Wait, Tedders had a rough day. I'm sorry, Tedders. I'm sorry. I hope you get to feeling better. I'm so glad you're here though. So the number 1 question was, what are those little cups? The number 2 question was, where did you get the little cups? And the number 3 question was, what are you putting in the little cups? So I'm going to answer all 3 of those at the same time. The little cups, what are the little cups? They are just little silicone cups. So they are heart-shaped. And they come in different little colors. They've got, star-shaped. These are stars, not hearts. Alyssa, don't pay attention to Nona. These are stars. Yeah, so star shapes, these are heart shapes. They come in heart shapes. They come in flowers. There's lots of different shapes. I've seen them that are square. I've got some that are a little bit more round, like bigger than this, and they're shorter, and they're the shape of a flower. So there's all different kinds of them. And sorry, I dripped some water on myself, but anyway, they come in all different shapes and sizes and colors, and whatever. And Joyce wants to know if you can use them in the air fryer. You can bake in them. I have not tried them in my air fryer yet. Not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. Maybe I'll try them in the oven first. I thought these that I bought these on Amazon. So, and hey Jennifer's back on track. Awesome. So these that I bought on Amazon, I bought a whole set of these. So the ones that are the little flower shape, the hearts, the stars, and there's circles. There are circles too, but I've already got stuff in those. So I got this set on Amazon, and when they came, the stack was about this tall. And they weren't that much. I want to say they were like $4.99 or $5.99 or something. They were not much at all. They're a little flimsy. So when I got them, I thought, gosh, look how thin they are. The ones that I bought at Target, hold on, I'll show you those too. The ones I got at Target are Wilton brand. So these are Wilton brand, like the Wilton cake people, and they're a little more sturdy. So the Wilton ones are a little more sturdy. The ones that I got from Amazon are a little more flimsy, which is fine. But when I saw how flimsy they were, I was like, well, gosh, what am I going to put in those? And then I went, hold on a second. I'm going to make some little bento boxes so that Casey and I can have that for lunch. So y'all know, if you've been around very long, you know that I really struggle with making. And and a couple of y'all are saying you should be able to use them in the air fryer. So I will bravely test that in the next couple of days and let y'all know how it works. And if they melt in my air fryer, I'm gonna come back. I have it in writing, so I can come back and get you. But y'all know how, if you've been around very long, you know how I struggle with making, taking, and eating my lunch at work. And if I don't make it, I can't eat it if I don't make it. If I don't take it, can't eat it. And then if I don't eat it, still don't eat it. So what happens is, if I don't make it or take it or eat it after I've made it and taken it, then I don't have this weird thing happens to me in the afternoon, and I don't go necessarily start looking in the snack box like a lot of people I know are like, digging in the snack box. I go to this one drawer that's actually in my office, and it has peanut butter crackers in it, and there's 6 peanut butter crackers in a pack, and that particular brand of peanut butter crackers is 6 points. And Kimberly's 3 weeks in and she's down 11 pounds. Yeah, and it would be more, but she has an ice cream issue. So Kimberly, have you tried Halo Top or Enlightened? And if you haven't, you need to go back and watch our chat from 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 weeks ago, I think, had an ice cream challenge in it. So you need to go back and watch that one. But anyway, so if I don't make it and take it and eat it, then I start hitting the peanut butter crackers. And I don't know why I have this weird obsession with the peanut butter crackers. Like some days I almost kind of crave them. They're just cheap peanut butter crackers. I mean, they're just cheap ones. But so instead, I've been trying to make, take, and eat my lunch every single day. And I was up to 11 weeks. I was up to 11 weeks of making, taking, and eating my lunch at work. And then I got cocky. Yeah, my britches, I got too big for my britches. And if you're not from the South, you'll just have to Google that to find out what that means. But anyway, I got too big for my britches. And that doesn't mean I got too heavy for my britches. It means I just got too big for my britches. And started going like outside of the box that I knew worked for me. And it just blew up. So these are a lifesaver. I am now back up to, this will be week 4 of making, taking, and eating my lunch. So what I'm doing with them, so question number 3 was, you know, what are you doing with them after, what are they and where did you get them? So this is what I'm using them for. I'm making little cups of things. Like this, obviously, is a little tiny cup of grapes, you know, and grapes are, and hey, Carla, I must have missed Carla, hello. So that's a little tiny thing of grapes. This is a little tiny thing of Laughing Cow cheese, and those fit perfectly in those little cups. So Laughing Cow now has, hello, Inez. So Laughing Cow now has some pretty interesting flavors. Today, I found Gouda. It is creamy smoked Gouda, 1 Smart Point. Happy Farms, which is basically Laughing Cow cheese, 1 Smart Point. The regular light is 1 Smart Point. And this one we had last week or 2 weeks ago, I think we talked about this. This one is the Spicy Pepper Jack, also 1 Smart Point. And these fit in the little cups. This, if I can gently pick it up, it doesn't like to be moved, but if I can gently pick this up, this is just a 1/4 cup. It's about 1/3 of a cup. Sorry, it's about 1/3 of a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and it has a teaspoon of sugar-free caramel syrup, like sugar-free caramel flavoring syrup, and it has a teaspoon of Truvia baking blend, and the topping is espresso. It's instant espresso, and so that's like a little caramel, caramel thing, and it does have some. It has a sugar-free butterscotch Jello, the powder in there, all mixed together. So this is a little 0 point, yogurt, and it fits in these little, in the little cups. And I'm gonna show you what to do with them here in just a second. Then another thing that fits in them great. This is 1 point. This is 1 Smart Point of olives and sun-dried tomatoes. Hey, Glinda. Hello. How are you? So this is 1 Smart Point of olives and sun-dried tomatoes. Then these fit perfectly in here. Here's just a Baby Bell Light, and Baby Bell Lights are 1 Smart Point. Then this is Belgioso snacking mozzarella, and I usually get these at Costco in a big mesh bag, and sometimes Costco either has them or they don't. There's no in between. So this is 2 Smart Points, and it has the 3 little snacking mozzarella cheeses in there. So that is 2 Smart Points. And let's see, Jennifer needs the recipe with the yogurt espresso. Jennifer, I'll probably post it in here because I'm like 10 years behind on posting my recipes. So hello, Dolly. So I'll probably just post it in here because it's just super, super easy. Laura, are you at Aldi right now? Laura's at Aldi right now? Yeah. And Sybil goes, girlfriend, you do love your cheese. I'm an equal opportunity cheese lover. And that's one of the things I love about Weight Watchers. I can have cheese. So Oprah can have her bread. I can have my cheese, because John and I would eat cheese on cheese. We finally did find his cheese limit, and let me just tell you, it was a lot of cheese. His limit was a lot of cheese. Okay, this is 8 Mama Cozies. This is 8 Mama Cozies. Oh, Laura wants to know what the Belgioso, if it's at Aldi, maybe, or the little triangles of cheese. Yes, they have those at Aldi all the time. So this is 8 Belgioso turkey, Mama Cozies pepperonis. And that is 8 of them is 1 Smart Point. There are lots of other turkey pepperonis. The Mama Cozies are from Aldi. There's lots of other turkey pepperonis, so you can, find those and find out how much they are. And then this one, this is about 1/4 of a cup. It's 1/4 of a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and it is 1 of these. So no, not pepper jack, hold on. It is 1 of, Popsicle didn't eat cheese. No. So this is about 1/4 of a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. It's 1 of these, 1 of the Laughing Cow cream of smoked Gouda, and then just some seasoning, just your favorite seasoning. So that is 1 Smart Point because the yogurt is 0. And this, hey Tracy, this is 4 pieces of lean deli meat that are, this is lean deli meat that is, I just made them into little flowers, and stuck them in there. So this is 1 point worth of lean deli meat in this little flour thing. And I'm going to show you what to do with them in just a second. This is something that I will occasionally spend some points on because it's, higher in points. But these little teeny tiny packs of nuts, they've got just almonds or almonds and walnuts at Aldi. And they're in these little tiny packs, and that's 3 Smart Points for this little pack of nuts. And these, Casey and I are addicted to. We are addicted to these, the Star-Kissed, and then the Bumblebee. They also have some. So this one is a Tuna Creations, and it's the ranch one, and the ranch one is only 1 Smart Point. The one that we did last week was 2 Smart Points, but this is 1. That's 1 Smart Point. Then we have 12 Harvest Crisps. These are Harvest Crisps. I know I made a flower, Susie. These are Harvest Crisps, so they're just bean crisps. There's flavored ones, and I think this is Parmesan cheese, maybe. But I do love I love all the spicy ones too. So there's 12 of these. That's 1 Smart Point. I'm sorry, 2 Smart Points. 2. Then this is 18. This is 18 Trader Joe's Savory Thin edamame chips, and again, 18 of them is 2 Smart Points. And this little container, I like olives a lot too. So, except you don't, in case I haven't already said this out loud, don't eat a lot of this that I'm showing you right now because it's convenient stuff. Has a little bit of sodium. Do not eat that right before. Don't eat that right before weigh-in. Never. Don't. Yeah, don't eat a lot of sodium right before weigh-in. These are pearls to go, so they're already in the little container, and they have Kalamata olives and green olives, and I think there's another one. But they are, for 1 container, it's 3 Smart Points for 1 container, and you open it when you're ready to eat it so it doesn't go bad. Then last week, and we'll talk about this in a second, but last week we talked about bulking it up. So this week I got peppers, I got colored peppers, and I always have, so the peppers that I got this week, they are, like orange, red, yellow, so some pretty peppers to bulk it up, to hashtag bulk it up. And then I always have snow peas. So, hey Stacy. Okay, so let's make a bento box. So I call these bento boxes, even though they're not real bento boxes, but let's make a couple of them real quick because somehow it's already 8:33. But let's make a couple of them real quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about, because I did confuse a few people last week. So, yeah, and Debbie says cheese wisps are the bomb. Yes, they are, and those are over there. I just didn't pull them out. Oh, and the reason I put these in Ziploc bags, when I put these in the bento boxes and you put them in the refrigerator, if you do not put something that's crisp like this in a Ziploc bag, it's gross the next day. So quickly, let's make a little bento box so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna take the meat, and then I think I will have some olives and some sun-dried tomatoes. I'm gonna put that in there, and then I'll have a Baby Bell cheese with that. And then I think I will have some I'll have the edamame chips, so I'm gonna stick a little pack of those in there. And I'm gonna take a couple of the peppers, and I think I'm gonna take the dip that has the seasoning in it. So now I have a bento box that has this was 1 point. This was 1 point. So 1, 2, this was 2 points, 1 and 1 point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this had a little bit of the cheese in it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for 6 smart points, I have sandwich, I have light deli sandwich meat. I have olives and sun-dried tomatoes. I have a baby bell cheese. I've got some edamame chips. I have some of the dip that I made, and I've got some peppers. Okay, let me empty it out real quick. We're gonna make another one real quick. So see how, and so like when I'm at work, so we're in an open showroom, and when I'm at work, a lot of times customers are talking while I'm trying to eat, which is fine. But I don't always have the luxury of sitting down. So the way these are made, I can carry around the bento box, and I can just eat out of it. Okay, so let's switch this up a little bit, and we're gonna do the turkey pepperonis. I'm still gonna do the olives and the sun-dried tomatoes, but we're gonna do the Belgioso cheese. And I'm gonna add some grapes to that. And let's see, so I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna make one with a little more, just a little more points. It's not gonna be a whole lot more points. So for this one, okay, so for this one, I still have the olives and the sun-dried tomatoes. That's 1. I have the turkey pepperonis. That's 1. I have the Belgioso snacking cheese. That's 2. Grapes are 0. Snow peas are 0. I have 3 points worth of, this one is almonds and walnuts. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a 7-point bento box, and you can see what all it has in it. And it's colorful and it's pretty. And if I have customers in the showroom, I'm serious, they will stand there. They will stand there while I stand there and go, and just stand there and eat out of it. Or if I've got to answer questions, if the salespeople have questions or whatever, I can carry this around and I can still eat my lunch. Of course, I would prefer to sit down like a human, like a real human, and eat my lunch. But at least I can carry it around. I can eat it. They're colorful. They're fun. And these containers, they have a red lid. Put the lid on it. And I take 2 of these to work on Monday, Wednesday, and well, sometimes Friday, but sometimes Casey and I eat out. I take 2 on Monday and Wednesday, 1 for me, 1 for Casey. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I take 1 because it's just for me, and it closes up in this. These, the Rubbermaid containers, I got them at Big Lots, if y'all have a Big Lots, but it was, yeah, but anyway, so I have a Big Lots, and there were 3 for $4 or something like that, these containers. Okay, and these are supposed to be for sandwiches, but I use them for this. Okay, and Sybil says, what do you do if you have a sweet craving, that she always craves chocolate at lunch? Okay, Sybil, that's what I use these for. Okay, so the little yogurt cups, because I'm mixing pudding with them, like this one is it's a caramel espresso one. So it's got vanilla, it has butterscotch pudding, it has plain non-fat Greek yogurt, but sugar-free butterscotch jello pudding, the powder. It does have a little, oh, and Janice says, how do you cook the snow peas? I just eat them. I don't cook them. I just eat them. I love them. I love them. I do steam snow peas in the morning with my breakfast, but when I'm carrying it around at lunch, I just eat them. But this so anyway, it's got butterscotch pudding powder, sugar-free in it, has a little bit of, it has salted caramel, sugar-free salted caramel flavoring syrup in it, and a little bit of Truvia baking blend in it. Mixed all that together, put it in the cup, and then I put some espresso powder on top. But you can use chocolate. You can use Debbie said chocolate crave. Yes, Dax chocolate crave is good in this. You can use the chocolate pudding and a little bit of the chocolate crave. You can mix all kinds of things in with the yogurt and make whatever flavor you want to. And if you keep all, sorry, I get to count that because I'm eating that later. But anyway, so if you do that, then it's all still 0 smart points. Okay, so that's what the little containers were about. So people were like, that's literally almost 100% of the questions that I got this week was, what were those little containers and what was in them and what were you doing with them and what was going on. So everybody was super curious about the little containers this week. Okay, so let's talk about last week. Who did their homework last week? Who did their homework? I know some people out there did their homework. Who remembers what their homework was? So your homework last week was to print out. You were supposed to print out, if you have access to a printer, you were supposed to print out the list of 0-point foods. Okay, and Genya wants to know where I got the containers. So Genya, I got these on Amazon. Already got these on Amazon, yeah, and some of y'all are saying me. Pam says me, Chrissy says me, Kim says I did mine. Yeah, Cynthia's got a thumbs up. So Genya, I got these on Amazon. The stack is about this tall of them, and they were like $4.95 or something. Joyce did it, Carol did her homework. And then these I got at Target. These are Wilton, and they were much more than $4.95. So yeah. Okay. Oh, and it's Lynn's first live chat. Hello, Lynn. It's Lynne. So hello, Lynn. Sybil did her homework. She did part of her homework. Yeah. And Celia says she loves my different yogurt desserts. Yeah. Well, I made a raspberry parfait. So, and if y'all didn't see me singing to myself, yeah, that's going to be in a later thing. So, okay, so who printed out the chat? And okay, so Pam's my person. Okay, so your homework was to print out the 0-point list and to mark out the ones that you are 100% sure you don't like. So you have actually put it in your mouth in your adult life. I don't mean you were a 3-year-old toddler and your mom tried to make you eat it and you said no, but I want to know who. Oh, it's Tracy's first time watching. Yeah, Tracy, Tracie. Hello, Tracy. Yeah, everybody, welcome, Tracy. But so I want to know, let's see, what's left? One. It's okay, Evie, did you leave out some words there? But anyway, so yeah, so mark out, or like if you pulled it up on your computer, if you just did a line through them, or if you did a strike through on the font, or something like that. But I wanted you to go through and mark out all the ones that you have put in your mouth, not just thought you didn't like it. It's Becky's first time. Hello, Becky. Everybody say hi to Becky. So you didn't just think, you didn't just think you didn't like it. You didn't have, and there was like 109 people. Yay. And you didn't just, a friend of a friend of a friend said they didn't like it, and so you knew you didn't like it, or, whatever, but you actually put it in your mouth as an adult and tasted it. So if you have done that, and I'll tell you what I said last week. Yeah, Lynn had hearts of palm, and she made a salad with them, and artichoke hearts and black-eyed peas. And it's Angelia's first time. Hello, Angelia, and it's Angelia. It's Angelia. So everybody say hello to Angelia. But what was I going to say? I'll tell you and I said this last week, but what I told Casey her entire life, and Alyssa will get to hear this too, is if you don't like it, you never, ever, ever have to eat it again, ever. And hello, Charlotte. Awesome. Yeah, Charlotte's first time too. Everybody welcome Charlotte. But I always told Casey, if you don't like it, you never have to eat it again, but you have to try it one time. You have to try one bite of it, and then if you honestly, genuinely do not like it, you never have to eat it again, but you have to try one bite. So your homework was to print out the list or pull it up so that you could do a strike through, or whatever, and to mark out all the ones that you are 100% sure that you do not like. So there are over 200 items on this 0-point list. So was there anyone who marked off every single thing? Anybody? Don't do a thumbs up or a heart if you marked off all of them. If you literally marked off every single thing, I want you to actually say something. Say me. Say me. Yeah. And Casey said that's how she found out she likes Italian roast beef. Yeah. In Italy, we made her try a mystery meat. I said, you don't have to eat it if you don't like it, but you have to try one bite. So anybody, and yay, I got Angelia's name right. Anybody? Anyone? 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 So I don't think we have anyone. So I don't think there's anybody. Let's see. Don't like. Okay, and Jennifer didn't find a single thing that she absolutely doesn't like. That's great. That's great. And Janice says some things need to be prepared correctly. Exactly. Like tofu. I love tofu. Love tofu. But you got to fix it right. You can't just open the container and start eating it. That would just be nasty. That would be like cracking open an egg and trying to chew it up. It would be gross. It would be gross. Okay, is there anybody is there anyone who found 10 or less things? So like you only found 0 to 10 things. 0 to 10 things on the list that you like. I'm not talking about you only marked off 10. I mean, you had 10 or less left that you like. Is there anybody? And say me if it's you, because was there anybody that got down that low? I kind of doubt it. Oh, Lacey, you were left with 10. You only found 10 on that whole 200-point list. You've tried, and Lacey, I'm serious, honey. I am not picking on you. I am not picking on you. But those other 190 items, so there are 200 items on that list. You have actually put the other 190 items at some point in your adult life. You have put the other 190 in your mouth, and you don't like them, or do you just think you don't like them? I'm seriously curious about that. And I'll tell you why in a second. Oh, and Sybil just said the same thing I was going to say. Okay, that clock is way off, and we're going to have to hurry. So, I didn't think I liked Brussels sprouts. Turns out, I was eating boiled Brussels sprouts. I had only ever had boiled Brussels sprouts, and they had been boiled to death. I love Brussels sprouts. Hello, Kelly. I love Brussels sprouts. Okay, so Lacey says half and half. So okay, so you don't get to count them. If you've never actually put them in your mouth, then you don't get to count them. So Lacey, we'll keep working on this. We'll keep finding things, one new thing at a time for you to try. Because I promise you're going to end up. You may not like all 200. You might not. You may not. I mean, I don't. Lacey, I already know you're not going to like all 200, and you may not even like 100. But if we can find 50 things on that list. So Tanya says Brussels sprouts are very yucky. Tanya, have you made grilled Brussels sprouts? Have you grilled Brussels sprouts or roasted them? Oh yeah, and Orlando Debbie just said roasted them. Roasted Brussels sprouts. Oh my gosh. They are awesome. Awesome. But anyway, Lacey, honey, we're going to try to get you to 50. We're going to try and get you to 50. Okay, so a lot of you all tried something new. A lot of you all posted it to Facebook. You tagged me on Facebook. You tagged me on, yeah, and that's okay. Betty says she still doesn't like them. It's okay to not like them, but you tried them. And Tanya, if you roasted them and you didn't like them, then don't ever eat them again. Take them off your list. Seriously, scratch them off the list. If you didn't like them, take them off the list and move on to something else. There are not enough days on this planet for us to eat things that we don't like. So seriously, I don't eat cottage cheese. I've tried it multiple times. Don't like it. Not going to eat it anymore. Not ever going to eat it. So just took it off my list, even though it's not a 0-point food. Okay, so a lot of y'all posted it on Facebook. Got some tags on Weight Watchers Connect, and I got a few tags on Instagram. So thank you all. You guys are the bomb. So the Hearts of Palm, I'm very interested in. I had never had that. So I'm gonna try those, and I saw a couple of interesting things that I personally had not tried. So I want to try them too. So girls who did your homework, or if you even attempted your homework or got part of the way through your homework, bravo stickers. So yeah, so awesome. Y'all did a great job on that. Okay, this week. So, oh no, who says it's freezing up? And I'm hoping that it's you and not me. Sorry, I hope it's you and not me on freezing up. Okay, this week. This is a tough one for me. So I forgot to show you last week's weekly. So this was last week's weekly, and if you didn't go last week, or if you're on online only, you can, well, if you didn't go last week, but if you do attend a regular meeting, you can pick this up from the secretary. They should have extra copies out when you go, or if you're online only, you can print these. You can print the PDF from online. This week's chat, though, or this week's topic was boost your body image, and I have not left us a whole lot of time to talk about it. I've left us 11 minutes to talk about this. This one's a tough one for me. So body image, just let me give you a quick story. Y'all know how I love my stories. In 1976, I weighed 76 pounds, and I was 9 years old. No, let's see, 76, 8, 9. Yeah, I was 9 years old. So when I was 9 years old, I weighed 76 pounds. Okay, that's fine. That's fine to weigh 76 pounds when you're 9 years old. The only reason I know that's how much I weighed is because, wait, is Casey leaving? I didn't see it. Casey's leaving? Where's she going? I gotta go. It's bath and bottle time for a certain sleepy baby. Yeah, we'll get that baby in bed because she better be in a good mood at work tomorrow. Yeah. So when I was 9, I weighed 76. Literally the only reason I know that is because it was 1976 and I weighed 76. I did not care how much I weighed when I was in 4th grade. So, but then when I, at some point in my life, I don't know, somebody told me you needed to worry about, not worry, but somebody made me self-aware of how much I weighed. So when I started dating John, when I was 15 years old, I weighed 120. 118 some days, but 120. Okay, I was not heavy. I was tiny. I was little bitty. But because someone had made me aware of myself or whatever, then I became, self-conscious of how much I weighed, and what my body looked like. Well, if John and the dog have left to go run around for a little bit because he's got a job site going south. So rather than pace in here, he has willingly taken Dusty and gone to go pace, somewhere else. But anyway, John will tell you that the reason that he stalked me, for at least a year before we started dating. And if you ask him to this day when the first day was that he saw me, he will tell you that it was at Hall's baseball field outside of the swimming pool, that it was there, and that I had on this certain bikini, and that it was this color, blah, 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 blah. So John was perfectly fine with me weighing 120, 118, 120, when I was 15 years old. I should have been fine with me weighing 118 to 120. I was wearing a bathing suit. But there was a little thing called the 5, 7, and 9 store. Does anybody remember? Are any of you old enough to remember? Or are you from, if you're in the U.S., or if you're as old as me, you may remember this, but there was a little store in the mall called the 5, 7, and 9 store. Does anybody remember that? So show me some hands. If you're watching this later on YouTube, it's youtube.com. If you just search If You Have an Egg. So if you remember the 5, 7, and 9 store, just, shout out. Christy remembers it. Okay, so here was the thing. I weighed 120 pounds. I weighed 118 to 120 pounds. But I have hips. Doesn't matter how much I weigh. Does not matter how much I weigh. I have hips. And I couldn't shop there. My hips would not fit in a 5, a 7, or even a 9. So, and hey, Maria, did Maria pop in? But my hips wouldn't go. So I had a really small waist. I mean, I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, because I used to measure my waist and 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 be so frustrated because I could not wear the pants, couldn't wear anything from that store. So I had this little bitty waist. I think I had like a 24-inch waist if I remember correctly. It ain't 24 anymore, but I think I had like a 24-inch waist, but I could not wear anything from the 5, 7, and 9 store, and that devastated me. And it also set me up for not being able to wear anything from the 5, 7, and 9 store, set me up for, I think, the next 2 decades. Let me think. What a 15, see, so 15, 25, 35, 45, 15, let's see, 15, 25, 35, 45, 3 decades. So that set me up for three decades of this. Okay, so I don't blame everything on the 5, 7, and 9 store, but that kind of set me off. And I really think it was the beginning of of a whatever. So, of a trend for me. Our leader, Gwen, said, she was so funny, she was talking about her waist versus her hips. So we had a similar issue. She had to buy a certain size pants because her hips were so big that to get it to fit around her waist, that she had to buy a certain size. And I will go back around to that story in just a second. Don't be sad for Gwen. She's very happy, but I will circle back around to that story in just a second. But for years, I did things to try and make myself happy with whatever weight I was. So I was 76 in 1976. Then I was 118, 120 when I was 15, like a sophomore in high school, and started dating John. And fortunately, John loved me a whole lot immediately, and apparently had been stalking me, you know, for, not just apparently, he had been stalking me for a year. And so I was very, very happy with him, and very relaxed and very comfortable, because he was very happy with the way I looked. Okay, I was tiny, I was thin, but I had hips. So I felt like I was bigger, and I got comfortable with John, and I gained 10 pounds, and then I gained 20 pounds, and then we got married, and I gained a little bit more weight, and then I got pregnant, and I gained a little bit more weight, and a little bit more weight, and a little bit more weight. My highest weight, the highest weight that I've ever been, and this was not pregnant, but my highest weight was 198. And I think the only reason that somehow I managed to stop at 198 is I could not, and maybe I got above that, I don't know, because I kind of stopped weighing myself, but I just couldn't, you know, I don't know, that's just kind of where I drew the line. Now, did I look bad? No. Did John stop loving me? Absolutely not. Did my friends quit hanging out with me? No way. Did people stop saying, fortunately, my orthodontist was really good. He did a great job, I think, on my teeth. Did people stop saying, you have a pretty smile? No. You know, did my hair, whatever? No. It didn't matter how much I weighed, but I got in this, you know, vicious circle of, you know, of being obsessed with how much I weighed, no matter what I looked like. So another trip down memory lane, in an effort to overcome that, instead of addressing what was really going on, which was worrying about my weight and then eating because I was worried about my weight, and then gaining weight, getting worried, eating, worry, gain, eat, gain, and gain. This, you know, vicious cycle. Instead of taking care of that, my mom talked me into, this is before Nana was vegan, she talked me into going to a thing called Color Me Beautiful. Does anybody else remember Color Me Beautiful? Anybody? And we spent hundreds of dollars getting my color chart done so that I could wear brown and burnt orange for years in an effort to hide what I thought was a problem. You know, what I thought was a problem. So here's the thing. Now I am 51 years wiser. 51 years wiser. I'm 51 years old. And I'm here to tell you, girls, so if you're 21 or 31 or 71, here are my 51 year words of wisdom. I'm 51. I'm not going to look less than 51 unless I go have some, you know, major things done, which I'm not going to. So let me tell you what's going on with the 51-year-old body right now. So 118, 120, thought I was heavy. 198, thought I was heavy. Do you see a weird, you know, I don't know, disproportionate I thought of, you know, of how I looked here. So now, all these years later, all this life experience later, my goal weight now is 150, and I'm at 152, and I am more happy at 152 than I ever was at 120. I am a whole lot happier than I was at 198, not because of anything I needed to do, you know, the way I looked or the way I felt about how I looked, but because the 198 was because I was having trouble breathing. I was getting ready to have to start taking some medications. You know, there were some other things, you know, some other health things that were getting ready to start happening at the 198. 150, my doctor's happy. I'm happy. I can do this. I can live at 150. So let me tell you what's going on with this 51-year-old body that I want y'all to think about. And I know I didn't leave us a lot of time to talk about this. I am 5. Roxana said, how tall are you? I am a very tall 5'5". If I stretch really tall, if I stand up really straight, I am 5'5 and a half. So, but let me tell you what's going on with my 51-year-old body. And I know I didn't open this at all, but quickly, what's going on with my 51-year-old body? So see these? I'm 51. Unless I have something done, none of this is going away. See all these little lines right here? That's from 51 years of laughing. 51 years of laughing. See all these little lines that are right here? That's 51 years of whistling when I'm happy. And I whistle a lot. I whistle a lot. Ask Casey. So 51 years of laughing, 51 years of smiling. These arms, even though they're flabby, you know, they're flabby arms, these are strong arms that I use to pick up grandbabies. Pick up grandbabies. So I don't care that they're flabby. You know, they're strong arms. These are strong arms that I can use to pick up grandbabies. My tummy, I never had a tummy until I had the bestest favorite puppy on the planet, Casey. I know she's a kid, but never had a tummy until then. And you know, and as irritated as I get with my tummy sometimes, that tummy grew a baby inside of it. I grew a baby inside of this belly. So this is my reminder of Casey. And my hip, these curvaceous hips, and my strong thighs. These are strong thighs that, again, I can use to run when Alyssa's ready to run. I can use them to walk. They take me places. They get me where I need to go. They get me where I need to be. They get me where I need to go. Do I think that all of this 51 years put together, is that, you know, is that model worthy? No. Is it, do I always look great in the clothes that I have on? Maybe not. I don't think, you know, maybe I don't think so. But I'm telling you, if you will wear clothes that fit you at this time, if you'll embrace, you know, where you're at on this journey, and celebrate your body, you're going to feel so much differently about your body. And if you will, you know, just, I don't know, just understand where your body is. It's not, I have a friend, a very dear friend, who is tiny. I mean, she is a wisp of a person. She is absolutely so tiny, and she all the time calls me crying because she wants boobs. She wants breasts. You know, these are mine, saggy and all. These are mine. She wants breasts. She doesn't have them. She's gonna have to go get some, you know, if she wants some. She's just a wisp of a person. She has no hips. She craves curvy hips. So, you know, some of the things that I used to complain about all the time, you know, having curves. I mean, I have a top, a middle, and a bottom. You know, not everybody's shaped like this, but she craves that. So I guess I just want y'all to understand that we need to try really hard to boost our own image of our body. I promise people are not looking at you and thinking, oh, whatever. If anything, those of you that are losing a lot of weight, they're probably thinking, girl, you need to get some clothes that fit. Now that one I will fuss at you about. During my journey, I went down 5 clothing sizes during my journey. And I tried really hard to just wear them as they got bigger, and maybe cinch them up, you know, cinch it up with a belt or something, you know, and try to make it work. And that was not flattering. So please do yourself and me a favor and do what I did. And I went to Goodwill and I got whatever size I was in right then. I got 2 pairs of pants, a skirt, a couple of tops, wore them for however long I needed to wear them for, and then I recycled them to somebody else, or upcycled them to somebody else. So just remember, no matter what size you are, please, you know, we got to work on this, you know, this self-image thing. The homework for today is I want you to pick three people. Oh, and Dusty's back. I want you to pick 3 people that you absolutely adore and admire in your, you know, that you adore and admire in your life. So it can be 3 women, it can be 3 men, it can be 2 men and 1 woman, it can be family members, friends. You don't have to know them. Maybe you don't know them. They can be complete strangers. But I want you to pick 3 people this week that you admire. There's something or some things about them that you admire. And I want you to write them down. Y'all know how much I love for you to write things down and make little note cards and stuff. But then after you write those down, under or next to them or underneath them, I want you to write 3 things about each person, why you admire them. So things like, you know, maybe it's that they're always helpful, you know, when you need something done at school. You know, maybe it's the mom who always shows up with the stuff for the party, you know, when it needs to be done. Or it's somebody that she's always on time. Even if you're always late, she's the mom that's always on time. Or that she, you know, something like that. So I want you to write down 3 people that you admire, 3 things that you admire about them. And then your homework is to go back at your list, see if you can find something common about that. And I'm actually going to put a cheater in the video. I'm going to put a cheater in the video when we get done. I'm going to put the conclusion that I think you're going to come up with, but I'm not going to tell you just yet. because I want you to write down your 3. Does everybody have time to quickly write down, quickly, as soon as we get done, write down 3 people that you admire and then just a couple of things about them that you admire, so I can go ahead and give you your answer when we're done. But if you do your homework and if you post that, you get extra Bravo stickers for next week. Extra Bravo stickers. So, yep, Sybil, 3 things about each person. If you can't, just one. If you can't come up with 3 things, just put 1. But, if there's something super special, if, there's one thing that's super special, then just put that one. But, but maybe they're the mom and I keep saying moms, but, maybe it's the dad that takes all the other kids, and when they're driving you crazy, and you admire him because he's taken all the other kids to play football or basketball or something and get them out of your hair. So, yeah, so I want y'all to do that. 3 people, 3 things, or one great thing, and quickly write them down or post them here, post them when we're done with the chat, and then I'll give you the cheater notes. And if you do it for next week, if you post them here or if you post them on YouTube, youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, or if you post them on my Connect, and remember on Connect I'm scrap and stamp too, but if you post it there, you get extra Bravo stickers next week. Okay, love your body. Remember, laugh lines, whistling, make babies in here, grow babies in here. Yeah, and strong bodies. So love your bodies. This is your weekly for this week. Get one if you didn't get one. You can still download it. You can still get it offline. And let me see if Dusty wants to be, come here. Come on. Okay, come here. He's gonna say hi. Oh, he's had a big day of running around too. So everybody and he was on someone's, a restaurant downtown. He was on their Instagram page last week. Yeah, he was on their Instagram page eating at the restaurant, and Mommy and Daddy were both at work. We were not with him. So anyway, everybody have an awesome week. You guys are amazing, and I can't wait to see what you, I can't wait to see what your lists look like. So keep eating those foods, keep eating your 0-point foods, your new foods. And don't forget, I almost forget to remind you, bulk it up. So everybody, hashtag bulk it up, even though that was 2 weeks ago. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Good night.